Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 4 of Island by Film. My name is Wes, and this is going to be a special episode. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an inside look as to what I'm packing for a vacation that's upcoming here in a couple of days. So you won't see my regular episode on Sundays, but what you will see is the episode that you're about to see, which is just a little bit of an inside look of what's in my camera bag when I travel. So I'm sure that you'll know that there's probably film in that camera bag, but I'll let you know kind of the couple cameras that I'm bringing and what some of my accessories and gear is and so forth. And so we'll start first with the first thing here is the type of film that I'm going to be bringing with me. So the film I'm going to be bringing with me is two kinds. I'm bringing both Kodak Gold 200 right here, and I'm also bringing with me Ultramax 400. So I'm bringing two different color films, both consumer grade films, but I'm excited to shoot these because I've done something a little bit different. I've actually modified the DX code a little bit. I don't know if you can see that from the camera's view, but I've modified the DX code a little bit so that I'll shoot this a little bit overexposed. So the 400 I've overexposed or set to overexpose with the DX code to, I believe, ISO 320. And the Kodak Gold I've set to overexpose to ISO 100. So it's a 200 speed film. I'm going to overexpose at one stop to ISO 100. So in case you're wondering, this case that I have here, this case here is a home 3D printed 35 millimeter case that I put together. Love this thing when I travel. It's been really handy. So I'm bringing 4 rolls of film in here, and I'm bringing 1 extra. I plan to shoot 5 full rolls of film. I figure we're in New York City for 5 full days. That's a roll a day. Hopefully I can make it through this, and then I can share with you my results when I get back. Hopefully, the idea is I'm going to post a few different videos when I get back. I'm gonna post a video kind of highlighting Ultramax 400 being overexposed, and the same thing with Kodak Gold. Plus, I'm going to be photographing in a couple of really exciting places that I'm excited to go to. Number one is going to be Coney Island. Excited to go to Coney Island because it's kind of iconic for those pastel-y kind of colors. I'm hoping the conditions are exactly how I imagine them when I'm there. So I'm excited about that. And then I'm also going to be walking the High Line, and we're going to be doing that during the golden hour, which is also very exciting. The High Line in New York City, if you haven't looked that up before, is an incredible place. I hope to be able to show you that. I plan to take some video footage while I'm away there as well too. So this is the film that I'm bringing. Next thing I'm going to bring with me is a simple little vlogging rig. I've got a tiny little Joby GorillaPod and an iPhone mount that I'm using. The idea with this is that I'll be able to take some video on the fly and still have a nice light kit when I'm traveling. So I generally take most of my footage with the iPhone, so this is going to be what I use. Next, I have a small low pro bag here. This bag I've had for years and years and years. I bought it at a dollar store years ago, and I've used these things. In fact, I've got a couple of these low pro bags. They're fantastic, I find, to just put accessories in. I've got a little spot up top that I can put extra SD cards in. In here is where I'm going to keep my charger and battery and charging cord, so it's all a really nice compact case. My iPad dongle. I don't know if most of you are aware, but I do all of my editing and all of my post-processing for all of my film images and for my video work, all with the iPad Pro, and I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, charging cord and brick, very important. You don't want to be without power while you're out there. I have, first camera that I want to show you is the Minolta X700. This is a brand new camera in my arsenal. Another awesome thrift store find. This camera is super well known and super sought after by film photographers, known to be one of the best SLRs from Minolta. So I'm excited. This is a manual focus SLR. I've got a 50mm f2 that's attached to this camera. So this camera is going to be kind of walk around low light camera that I'm going to use. So when I'm shooting the Highline, the one night that I mentioned, I plan on shooting it with this because I know I'm going to be able to take it right down to f2, add a little bit more light. I'm going to shoot Kodak Gold Ultramax 400 when I'm doing that. So hopefully the results are fantastic. I'm excited to do this. A little bit nervous because this camera is untested. The meter seems to be working. I've got a fresh battery in here. Everything seems to be functioning just as it's supposed to, but one never knows until you try. So it's a little bit of a risk going all the way to New York City and testing a camera that has never been used before, but you'll be the first to see exactly what the results are. So I'm excited about that. Next up is a also very recent find. My first video was on the Olympus Stylus Infinity, which is not as well known as the Stylus Epic. The Epic has a faster lens than this one, but I've shot 2 rolls of film out of this thing already, and I am absolutely blown away at how sharp the images are, how nicely they expose. So for just a simple, don't have to worry about it, point in a direction at something interesting and shoot, I'm excited to use this camera. The reason why I've actually modified the DX code on all my film is so that I can actually run it in the Olympus U1 or the Stylus Infinity, because this is DX code. This is a DX code camera, and you can't actually adjust the ISO. It automatically reads that. So I've modified every roll of film so that I can actually adjust the ISO to my taste and to my liking. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be great. So I use a specific strap, this Peak Design strap. I've had this Peak Design strap for the better part of 2 years. It's been a fantastic strap for me. I love the fact with the Peak Design product that you can actually just go ahead and you can clip in any camera. In fact, the camera that's on the tripod right now is my digital camera that I'll be bringing along with me, and it's the Fuji X Pro 2. And so I've got the same attachments on that camera as I do this Minolta X700. So it's simple, I can just swap back and forth. One camera strap keeps me a little bit lighter. I really like that. That's kind of a nice benefit. And I mean, this camera strap is fully adjustable. You can actually make this a sling. You can tighten it right up so that the camera sits right on your chest, which I often like to do if I'm doing a lot of walking, so the camera's not bouncing. It's nice and tight, so I can bring it up to my eyes fast. So that's the camera strap I'll be bringing. Of course, my iPad Pro. This is the previous generation 12.9. This iPad, like I said, is essential for my editing, essential for pretty much everything I do in terms of delivering content to you and posting content on my website. So absolutely love this thing. Of course, got the Apple Pencil. It's fantastic for retouching dust spots on negatives. So just absolutely love that. And last but not least is the camera bag I'm going to be taking. This camera bag is actually a camera bag that is quite unique. It's a Domke waxed canvas bag, but you'll notice, I don't know if you notice here, it says Fujifilm X and then Domke on that side. This is a messenger bag that was made specifically for Fujifilm, and I don't know if it was just Fujifilm Canada they distributed it through, but I do know that when I bought my X Pro 2, the promotion that was on was that they were giving away a free camera bag. So, and I absolutely love this camera bag. Camera bag has 3 spots here, which is fantastic. I'm going to be able to fit my X Pro 2 with my 23 f2 in there. In the center, I'm going to put my Olympus Stylus Infinity, and then on this side, I'm going to put the Minolta X700. Plus, there's a couple of pockets up front here that allow for my film, and there's a pocket in the back right here that I actually use to slide my iPad Pro in. So it's actually a really functional bag. It's great for travel days, but then when I want to pare down and leave some items in the hotel room, I can do that and not be afraid of having to pack everything around with me. So that's exactly what I'm going to be bringing with me. Of course, other things that I'm bringing along are a great pair of walking shoes. I'll show you these shoes. These are fantastic. I recently got these. They're a new set of Vans that my daughter actually bought me for my birthday. Absolutely love the shoes, incredibly comfortable. You absolutely must have comfortable shoes when you're in New York City because you will spend 8, 10, 12, 14 hours on your feet, on and off your feet. And so great place to add a step count. But at the same time, if you don't have comfortable shoes, you will struggle and it will be a nightmare for you. So these shoes are great. I've broken them in advance, which is also an essential thing. You never want to bring new shoes when you're going traveling in a new destination. So I look forward to showing you guys exactly what I'm up to. By the time you see this video, chances are I will be in New York City, tromping around, taking images, and enjoying the city and all that it has to offer. And so once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this quick update video of what I have in my camera bag.